Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. I hope you're ready for a wonderful Wednesday, ready to bring your A game, bring the excitement. I know I am. It is a short week, so that means we have limited opportunities to be successful, limited opportunities to access our academics, limited opportunities to spend some time with each other. So with those 2 days lost, I want to make the next 3 as wonderful as possible. Black History Month. Let's talk about Nia DaCosta. So she was the first black woman to direct a Marvel film. So The Marvels. Is a sequel to Captain Marvel. I think it was originally the end of 2022. It was coming out, but now I think it's coming out in the spring of 2023. So I think I had a 7th grade student. It was a young man. The name's escaping me. Was discussing the Candyman with me recently. So she directed that and she co-wrote that. She started her career by raising $5,000 on a Kickstarter. If you're not familiar with Kickstarter, the idea is you say, hey, I've got this project, I want to do something. You put it out in the universe and people give you money. If you get your money and reach your goal, you're able to do your project. So she raised $5,000 and made a short film back in 2015. In 2018, that was expanded into a full feature film. So they took it from the small version to the whole version. That won the Tribeca Film Festival's Nora Ephron's award for the Best Woman Writer-Director. Guess what, guys? She's only 31 years old. This is her picture here. You know, if you put that in some context, I'm 32. I know you guys are shocked. You thought that I was in my early 20s. Breaking your minds here. So she's 1 year younger than me, and she has directed a major film, and she's currently directing a Marvel movie. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. So for you guys, I don't care what your dreams are, the sky is the limit. If at 31 she can be accomplishing this goal, what can you do? Be a pro. We are positive, respectful, and we take ownership of our learning environment. What can you do to take ownership today? What can you do to take control of your circumstances in your environment? Birthdays, we got a lot. Addie, Michelle, Herschel, Trace, Ewell, Sophia, Lakeisha, Kiki. I hope you all had and are having wonderful birthdays. Put our dates here. It's great to get to spend our birthday with some of you. I don't know if you feel the same way. I'm excited to spend our birthday together. And to the others of you who missed out on that wonderful time of having your birthday at school, I hope it was a wonderful time spent over the weekend that was extended. Language Club. Language Club is starting today. You have to have a permission form turned in to stay. But if you didn't get one this week, that's okay. It's going to continue. Miss Hensley is going to be conducting them. Should be in room 120, Miss Carsad's room. She's excited. I think our leading statistical response has been Spanish, but it is going to be open to multiple languages, and Miss Hensley will kind of talk to you about that process. Today from 3 to 4. Gaming Club, due to President's Day, which was the 21st, which was Monday, and we didn't have school, and a Professional Development Day on March 7th, which is not this Monday, but the Monday after, we are not going to be doing our gaming club until March 10th. We'll be starting our campaign then, so please complete all your characters and email them to Ms. Thompson and Ms. Schultz and Mr. Mack by March 7th. I will ask about Anime Manga Club. I'm not sure what that looks like for the week in between there, but I will get information back with you by next week's announcements. Ms. Thompson, this is me formally asking you. Ms. Schultz, this is me formally asking you. Mr. Mack, this is me formally asking you. Give me some feedback on this. Free Career Exploration Summer Camp. Great opportunity through Eastland Fairfield Career Center, June 2nd and 3rd. There's going to be 2 sessions, morning and afternoon. The link is here. Teachers, please assist students in accessing this link. This would be a great opportunity for you to look at what it would look like to access your career and to be successful. Kind of get your feet wet, so to speak, before you jump in with the cannonball. Staff shoutouts. These are from me, and I just wanted to do a special shout out. Shout out to Miss Raymer for being reflective on your practice. Shout out to Mr. Wilson for promoting safety every day within our building. Shout out to Miss Burris for being a steady presence in the office. Shout out to Miss Office. That's kind of funny. I can tell how my brain worked here, and we have to acknowledge when we make mistakes, right? So my brain was transitioning from thanking Miss Burris for facilitating the office to Miss Bofiche for the things she's doing for us. So that was my typo. So I'm acknowledging it. We all make mistakes. for her leadership with student council, student recognition, and our DC trip, among all the other wonderful things Miss Bofice does. Shout out to Miss Donnelly and Miss Hoberman for their work in reducing the price of our Oculus PBIS store stewardship. Shout out to Mr. Dombrowski for supporting our safety at class dismissal. Mr. Dombrowski's agreed to take on a little bit of a different role at dismissal, and we're thankful for that. A student shout out. So here, this is from Miss Miller. I'm so proud of my 2nd and 6th period science class for their hard work last week. They were asking good questions and making thoughtful predictions. We had to be out of our seats for experiments, and they were all respectful and on task the whole time. Awesome, Miss Miller. I think that's great. Remember, we've reduced our Oculus. It was 300 points before. Now it's 100. I know teachers who have this and say it's like one of the best things they've had. There are kids who've talked to me about this process. It's really fully immersive, aside from sound. But you cover your eyes with the Oculus VR. You've got the handsets, and you're immersed in a kind of like artificial reality. So it's in my office. We're going to be giving it away in May. Would love for you to be the student who earns this. We only have one winner, but you can enter with 100 points for the raffle. National Junior Honor Society, March 3rd, during 7th period. Cafeteria is the location. Meeting will last about 30 minutes, and we'll talk about induction. Stop and focus. So teachers, I really am going to ask you to stop for this slide and to have some conversations with your kids. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit because I think if we're going to focus on it and have some real authentic conversation, we're going to need to change the color. So I'm going to talk about it. But what I'm going to ask that you do is when we finish our announcements, we take about 5 minutes to have some open discussions about these things. So let's listen up. Hallway review, a couple things. 3 minutes between classes, there aren't exceptions. I've walked this, I've lived this, I've done it as if kids were in front of me. That is a safety measure, and it is to promote maximum academic instruction. So we need to be in our classes. We need to take responsibility and be there. Teachers, I need your help with this. We have to document students as tardy, and in doing so, we'll help students take a more direct path to classes. No extra laps. The socialization part is very important to your development, very important to your just enjoyment at school, but it can't compromise your ability to be successful in the classroom. So I'm going to ask you to take direct paths, and if somebody's walking your way, great. But let's not make choices that set ourselves up for failure. Restrooms are closed between class change. Again, it's a safety thing with 480 students in the building. We need to promote a safe environment, and we need your help with that. So we have to know where you are. And our hands to ourselves at all times in the hallways. Remember, everybody doesn't have the same experiences you do. Everybody doesn't play the same way you do. So something you mean with no ill intention could really turn into something negative accidentally. When we get to the cafeteria, we go straight to our seats. We don't cluster. We don't huddle up. Point of that is so we can have some order, lacking chaos. We can have safety. We can make sure everybody's in their assigned area. And then we can move forward and get you eating sooner. You're not up unless called. Phones are away. And we respect your row leader. I have authorized, empowered our row leaders to complete office referrals if needed. But more so, I've asked for them to be intervening with you to help positively impact behaviors and build positive relationships. Focus. Focus time is class focused. We're doing intervention work. We're working on our iReady. We're working on social emotional work. It's an important part of our day that we've structured, and so I need you to take it seriously, students. We're not switching classes. If you've got a formal pass and you and your teacher have worked something else, that's fine. But without a formal pass, you should not be in an alternate focus. And I would challenge to say I think we should probably be in our original focuses anyway. We should come prepared to class. No exceptions on tardies. This should be the most important time of the day for you getting to class because it's a major transition and it's one of the only set aside enrichment times and remediation support times we have in the day. So teachers, I'm going to ask you to take about 5 minutes, whether that's reviewing this verbatim and having a light conversation or having an open forum conversation, to talk about this because we are going to, after this, start increasing our expectations on ourselves and on each other to hold students accountable. E plus R equals O. Events happen, responses occur. That's the outcome. You control this part, the response. We can't always control what happens to us, but we can control what we do. I like this addition from Mr. Mosier. Life is 10% about what happens to you, 90% about how you react. 100% agree with that. If no one's told you yet, you are loved, you belong here, you have all the tools to be successful, you've got this, we've got you. Remember, each choice, day by day, what you do is who you become. It's great to be a cruiser, even better to be a cruiser at Middle School North. Have a wonderful Wednesday.